Good morning children, welcome back to SJC online classes. We are discussing lesson number 2, reproduction in plants. Today I am going to take up an interesting topic, vegetative propagation. First of all, I will define it. It is a special kind of reproduction in which new plants are produced from vegetative parts. Now you should all know what are the vegetative parts. The vegetative parts are root, stem and leaves. So when reproduction takes place by means of root, stem and leaves, that kind of reproduction is termed as vegetative propagation. It is divided into two categories. One is natural vegetative propagation. The other one is artificial vegetative propagation. So we are going to discuss natural vegetative propagation first. We can understand reproduction by means of modified stem with the help of some examples. Let us do some activities. First activity is I have taken ginger. This is a small piece of ginger. In a ginger you can see these marked areas. I have marked it for you. These marked areas are known as nodes. The in-between spaces are known as internode. Now these nodes we find small leaves, very scaly leaves. If I take this piece of ginger and put it in the soil and put water into it, after few days, let's say a week, 8 to 10 days, we will find that from the axillary buds, the new plant arises. So this is a kind of vegetative propagation by modified stem. Next activity we can do is taking this potato tuber. So you can see that this is a modified stem. It has got the depressions. These depressions are known as eyes. I have marked it for you. See, these depressions are known as eyes. These contain vegetative buds. Over here you can see some growth of vegetative buds. If we put it into the soil, we will cut a portion of it and put it into soil, water it for some days, and then we realize that new plant starts growing from this vegetative bud. So this is also vegetative propagation by means of a modified stem. देखा कितना कहाँ रखें? यहाँ रखें? यहाँ. एक सेकंड. Bulb of onion is a condensed shoot. It bears fleshy scaly leaves that store food. This condensed bulb has got roots at the base. And if we cut a portion of it, it looks like this inside. I have shown that it has terminal bud and axillary bud. With the help of this, if we put this bulb into the soil and we water it, we will find that after few days, a new plant, a new onion plant arises from this bulb of onion. This is also a natural means of growing plant, natural vegetative propagation. Now another activity we can do is to grow grass by vegetative reproduction. We will take a piece of long grass in a pot and cover it with some soil. We see that after few days, after 10 to 12 days, if we keep on watering it for all these days, we find that a new grass shoot has grown. You can see that this is the node from where the roots arise, and it has got a long internode. Where runner is written, it is a long internode, and a new plant arises from it, from the growth of roots by the node region of the grass. So this also, here we find that axillary bud at the nodes will produce new shoots. So this also we can do as an activity. Next activity we will do is to grow the plant by means of leaves. Earlier I have shown you the growth of plant parts by stem. So here we take a leaf of Bryophyllum and you can see that it has got adventitious buds which is growing in the notches. In the margin of the leaf you can see notches over here. Here these adventitious buds are growing. If we cut the leaf into bits, or even if the leaf falls off into the ground on its own, we find that a new plant arises from it. So we can also do it as an activity. We can take these buds and put it into the soil. After few days, after 10 to 12 days, this moistened soil will give rise to new plant. This is also a means of vegetative propagation by leaf. Example is Bryophyllum. a very typical example of growth of plant by leaves. Now we will study about reproduction by roots. So plant like sweet potato and dahlia, you can see these have got modified roots. These roots are swollen up as they store food. So we can take any of the root and put it in moist soil. We will find that new plants arises from these roots. So they are capable of giving growth to a new plant. First we will discuss about advantages of natural vegetative propagation. So far we have learned the vegetative propagation by means of modified stem, root and leaves. Now let us discuss its advantages. First is that reproduction by means of vegetative parts takes place in very short time. It is very less time consuming. Next we find that it is very cheap, easy and a rapid method of growing plants. We also know that it is a surer method of reproduction. We also find that since the daughter cells are identical or genetically similar to the parent plant, so all the good characters of the parents are preserved in the daughter plant. If we look at the disadvantages, first is that, as I told you, that the plant is genetically identical to the parent plant. So if the plant is more likely to be affected by a certain kind of disease. So these are more prone to diseases. Next we also find that since they grow in a nearby area, so there is overcrowding near the parent plant. So here they compete, the small daughter plants, they compete for the resources. So this is all about advantages and disadvantages of natural vegetative propagation. In the next video, I will be discussing about artificial vegetative propagation. Thank you. God bless you.